Hi, my name is Z.Ciemiengo, and this is my mind map for the signature assignment. The genre that I chose to focus on for this assignment is argumentative writing, which covers the Common Core standards for ELA literacy W7.1 A through E. In the center, you'll see a picture of two kids arguing. This is just what I thought of when I decided to focus on argumentative writing. It's not so much arguing, but it's defending what you believe in. And sometimes arguments can get kind of heated. So I thought, students would like this idea. If you move to lesson 1 down in the bottom left corner, you'll see that it's going to be about an introduction to argumentative writing. In this lesson, I'm going to focus on comparing and contrasting argumentative writing to persuasive writing, which students are very familiar with from their 6th grade school year and even 5th grade, where they've had a lot of practice on this for the NJ Ask. I will definitely emphasize that in argumentative writing, we're going to focus on convincing rather than persuading. A lot of the model text and mentor text that I will use in this lesson will be from letters to the editor, which I will probably pull from the local newspapers, maybe the Philadelphia Inquirer. I will also look for pieces online, maybe other argumentative essays by students similar to their age, about topics that they're interested in, so that they can get a good idea on what argumentative writing is and what it looks like. Now moving on to the top left corner, lesson 2, we will cover the elements of an argumentative writing piece. The 4 parts that I will focus on here will be the claim, which is the student's main idea, and then we'll discuss evidence, which is very important in an argumentative writing piece. This is one of the main differences from persuasive writing. Students will have time here to research, and we'll talk about statistics and other ways to prove or to validate your idea. The next part will be warrant, and this is how the evidence supports the claim. And then the final part will be about counter arguments, where we will talk about the importance of acknowledging the other side and counter arguments. Now moving on to lesson 3 in the top right corner. In lesson 3, the students will build a topic bank. In this activity, I'll split the class up into small groups, and they'll work together to fill out a chart, sort of like what I made in the top right corner. Here they're going to make a list of different issues, different types of issues, such as school issues, local issues, state issues, national issues, global issues, and I'll even give them an option to come up with a couple pop culture issues that they might be more motivated in. For example, I could maybe have a classroom mostly made up of boys that are interested in basketball. One of the topics they could come up with is who is the best basketball player of all time. This would be a good topic for them to research. They could use statistics and a lot of other data that they can find online or in a book to back up their claim. Coming up with a strong topic bank will help students to find a topic that they're passionate about. Sometimes I find that students have a hard time picking a topic. They often complain, I don't know what to write about. If we come up with a class list and we make it together on the smartboard and maybe save it or make a chart that the students can refer to later, I don't think we'll have any issues with them selecting something to write about. Now moving on to the right side, lesson 4. Lesson 4, we're really going to get ready to start writing. Students will pick a topic, and then we're going to start brainstorming, organizing, and inquiry. Obviously, for brainstorming, you have to first pick a topic. Students will pick a topic, and then they'll come up with ideas, sort of how they do for persuasive writing. And then with organization, I'll provide them with this graphic organizer that I made a small copy of here on my mind map. Here they'll come up with their introductory paragraph and their body paragraph. What I like about this graphic organizer is it has a spot in each body paragraph for them to put their evidence that they're going to research on their own. And that brings us to the last part of lesson 4, inquiry. So I was thinking about having students use the iPads or computers in the classroom to look up statistics and find statistics to support their claims. This is something that's going to be new for the students. Being in 7th grade, they haven't done a lot of research topics yet on their own. I do think they will be familiar with Google and how to find information on the computer, so I don't really see too many issues here. Also, I'll definitely help them find statistics and help them distinguish what is useful and what's not useful. And then moving on to lesson 5 in the bottom, students will actually start writing now. They're going to dive right into the writing process after, using their graphic organizer and doing all their research. They'll write on their own, and then they'll use a writer's workshop checklist just to, make sure they're turning in one of their best pieces before moving on to peer conferencing and teacher conferencing, which my students are already familiar with, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And then students will use the feedback provided in the conferences, and they'll come up with a final piece of writing. After completing all 5 of these lessons, I think students will be very familiar with argumentative writing, and I would expect a quality piece of writing from it. Thank you for taking the time viewing and listening to my mind map. Thank you.